Hello, 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 namaste, sat sri akal, adab, and how's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Boys in Blue 9320, the Desi home for all things Manchester City, Treble winners, Peat winners, and we're back. We're back after God knows how many years that have
Yep,
converted into days.
yep.
First of all, I mean, we'd like to extend an apology for missing out on these last couple of days. All of us have their own personal battles going on, families and their work, and I think that we decided that best we step out and sort out our own issues. Then, with better frame of mind, we'll come back and do the podcast. And this can't be any better than coming back at the right point of time when discussing the big game, the
Big occasion.
MCR
Yep.
derby, the war for Manchester. And today we have a special guest with us, making his debut. You can't see him because his webcam has little issues, but still we don't want to lose out on his opinions and his take on the game. We have Mr. Aman Parak from Man City Goa in the house. Aman, how's it going? All good? Welcome to the
Welcome,
channel,
welcome,
first of
Aman.
all.
Hey
Welcome.
guys, firstly, thanks for having me on the podcast. I am really looking forward to chatting with you guys about the big game and about City in general. So
Pleasure
let's
to
go.
have you here. Pleasure, pleasure.
Also, we have the usual boy, Mr. Tanmay Rathod, in the house as well. Making his returning back because I always. How are you, man? Good kind of बढ़िया?
All good, man. All good, all good. Excited for the weekend. Excited for the match. All set to go.
Yeah, I'm excited too. And as the chair was saying, we are ready for the derby. Bring it on. We are ready. We're ready to
Ready,
go
ready.
to the swamp and beat the shit out of those shit houses. We are
Yep,
ready. Uh,
definitely.
before starting, let me just quick, give a little flash, give a little quick recap of last couple of weeks. That was like a mixed bag for us.
True.
We we even though we came back before coming to the big game, before coming to the main topic, like the flashback of what happened in the last 6 games, 3 wins, 3 losses. It's been kind of like a mixed bag.
Yep.
And जैसे ही हुआ, I think so the rival fan base and the British media, everything has started jumping on City and was like, is this City's weakest season in the Premier League history? Are City weak? Can they even hold on to this title? Like, एक- 3 गेम हारे, मतलब इतना तो मतलब लीग में मिलना ही चाहिए. But you know the expectations are high. So before introduce the camera to this, Aman, how do you see these last couple of weeks? And where do you think it went a little bit wrong, and then how do you think that it will change and will go back to a winning ways? What is your take on these last couple of weeks and these 6 games in particular? Please.
I kind of expected the drop off. It's not really a drop off, I'd say, but yeah. Firstly, the Rodri red card, so that
Yeah,
actually affected us massively because we don't have proper backup for Rodri. I mean, I don't see Calvin Phillips at. I don't see him having a future at City anymore. So,
neither do
um,
but yeah.
yeah. So that is probably the first thing we'll have to look in the upcoming transfers, having a proper backup for Rodri. Also, the new signings just settling in. It will take a bit of time. I think. We'll kind of struggle. I'm expecting us to kind of struggle in the first half of the season, and once everyone starts settling in, then we'll see how the champions actually play.
Tanmay?
Yeah, man, it's mixed results. As Aman mentioned, we have missed Rodri. Rodri ke bina, if we're losing, I mean, we can understand because he's the main focal point of our team. उसके through अपने काफी बनते हैं. So yeah, we lost to Arsenal, but I think it was due. We haven't like उनको हराना था कभी ना कभी तो we were supposed to lose, and we lost without Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, and the circumstances away match हारे हैं deflected goal. So ठीक है, we can understand that. Wolves was a bad performance. But eventually we did well against Brighton, which is a big, tough team, and we got a 3 point. And overall, we see that as a slight dip, but we are still top of the group by Champions League, and we are like 2 points behind, or maybe like if Spurs have played more game now, so we are like 5 points drift top of the table. So I mean, that's not a big deal as people are making of it, but okay, it happens.
Yeah, I mean, this has been our norm anyway that we start with. We always have these mixed matches. It never has been,
True,
a very like a flying start. I think this season, all of us were shocked that the flying start that we had, we won 16-6. So that
true.
was like that was.
Yep,
I mean, it was quite difficult to digest at one point. That
yep,
it's just one flip away from going to the regular way. Also, if I talk about जैसे Newcastle के तो इसलिए नहीं लगता because if we have won that game, we would have to face some team, probably United,
yep,
in
yep.
these coming days, next 3 days. So anyway, that would have been a big problem. So I think so that Newcastle won the game.
True, true.
It's been a blessing that we lost to United because the schedule would have been much more worse. But talk about Wolves and Arsenal in particular because Arsenal, I think what I feel is that we failed to create chances, and that whole thing of that kind of overload the midfield and pack Arsenal because they were deflected goal in the Arsenal ने जो community shield में देवा तो deflected goal इसका deflected goal
Yep,
and kind of I think that right he back the midfield and hope for a draw if not win without Rodri and then the Wolves were game which was like the Wolves literally did the part of us pro max support heavy and just wait one counter attack and then complete it better do the better things. So do you think these two games which is what we faced opposition and that kind of exposed us in some of the other way, not that in some of the other way with non-creation of chances and then not controlling. Do you see the other teams, the big teams, would see this as like this and we're gonna try this again because Bulls जैसा खेलती है सबके बस की बात नहीं have that, this is open for both of you guys. Do you see other teams also kind of trying to do this, immediate this, and then like why don't we also do the same thing and kind of get a result? Or this is just a momentary game and nothing much to look at it. Aman, what do you want to say on that?
Yeah, so about the Arsenal game, firstly, I felt that both the teams were pretty average. I mean, there was nothing in the game basically. One deflected goal, that's about it. Of course, the defense, mainly Saliba and Gabriel, I felt that they were brilliant in containing Haaland, and I possibly see this particular trend of Haaland being marked by two two defenders. I will see it commonly in the coming fixtures, but again, I don't see much of a problem there because we usually create enough chances for him to score at least one goal. Um, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's in general, I don't see much of a problem over there. Just that our midfield has to collect themselves up a bit. Foden has to get himself, make himself as the main man and supply those passes to our strikers.
yep.
We'll get there basically. I don't see much of a problem happening.
Yeah, I agree with that. We could be in a very, it's basically that maybe they were not expecting. Even Arsenal was pretty poor. January, but Arsenal didn't have a certain target in the second half, and that was basically like momentary lapse. Nunes not able to mark, I think, so Partey and not able to press Partey, and then we kind of get that shot. So, and I think both the games were basically like that one momentary lapse of madness, and they capitalized and kind of led the game. Which I think again. Speaking about Haaland, as you said, so Haaland has 9 goals, 9 games, and on a regular day, in a regular season, this has been like you cannot criticize like these stats. Even if you say like I mean, for example, a lot of chatter has been about Bellingham, goes for 13 in 30. And we just had a Haaland goals match ratios for 1 goal per match. So plus, but still he has been kind of criticized heavily that has he lost his shooting boots and everything, and because he has been compared to the last thing that he had. So my thing is that are we being quite unfair on him? Because
Yep.
on a regular PSC, these figures are not meant to be criticized in any manner whatsoever. But just because he had that week of a season where he scored 20 goals, and because let's be honest, ये हर season नहीं होने वाला for and having those expectations from him is quite unreal. Even though he even able to put this off again, but still. So are we being unfair even internally? Being
Yep.
unfair to like to when he has lost it or he's not the same level. He has been calling names. Uh,
I do.
being said that basically a one
Yeah.
season wonder wala जो narrative है, the carpets have been rolled out to kind of pull this out. So like as I mentioned earlier, are we being unfair to our
Yes.
fans?
I mean, I believe City fans are being unfair to him because if you look at the numbers, he has 9 in Premier League and 2 in Champions League. तो 11 तो हो गए सीजन में. And when you look at
तीन
अभी
असिस्ट भी है,
अक्टूबर चल रहा है,
जीएनए भी
असिस्ट भी है,
जीएनए का
असिस्ट भी है, ठीक है. तो अगर अक्टूबर की बात करें एंड वी थिंक अबाउट डिड अग्वेरो हैव दिस काइंड ऑफ लाइक रेगुलर सीजन्स, कभी कभी सीजन थे अग्वेरो के जहाँ पे उसके 7 नंबर रहते,
similar
हार्डली,
but
राइट.
not higher. Similar but not.
Exactly. So he's still doing what like even normal striker does. Normal striker की भी ऐसी साइड
Yeah,
होते हैं, स्टार्ट होते हैं
he's
11
the top
गोल्स तो.
scorer I think. The top
Yeah,
scorer.
so that's what I'm saying. He is, those who are going into him. I mean, it's a bit harsh. Of course, we expect him to score goals. Of course, he's Erling Haaland. Last year उसने 30, 35, 40 गोल मारे जा रहा था वो. So of course there is expectations, but yeah, I think we are being harsh on him. And the game like जो भी upcoming game है, जो आने वाला है, these are the game where we think where he can turn around. We already saw him score against Brighton. Already scored against Young Boys. He's good form. He also scored in the international break. So at least he's getting into the goal rhythm. So yeah, I believe that we are being harsh to him, but soon it will turn. It will turn. It will get better, and we're going to see a regular Haaland, like more than normal Haaland to score more goals for us.
I
Aman?
have a slightly different perspective on this. Not much, but slightly. So,
Okay.
I get all the criticism, and City fans are right in their own ways, because some of the misses that we've seen from Haaland is
True.
below.
Agreed.
Yeah, they've been kind of horrible misses. On any other day, he would have scored them,
Very
and
good.
some of those misses have actually caused us to lose games. The Wolves game, for example, he missed one massive chance in that game that potentially would have put us in the lead.
Yep.
But again, um, putting a lot of pressure on him, and bashing him for every single missed chance won't be. It's kind of toxic as well, because on our part, and on a, and on the player as well. So yeah, misses happen, but
Okay,
No,
yeah,
everything is
just
fine.
pause.
Yeah,
Yeah.
relegation. Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Coming to the point about Haaland, um, y- yeah, I think he has to, make most of the opportunities given to him, especially considering our midfield is not that great at the moment with with De Bruyne out and the likes of Nunes just settling in. So we obviously can't afford to miss such huge chances each game. He has to capitalize on a lot of them because finally he's our target man. He's here to score those goals. He's here to um, capitalize on all those chances. So, yeah, um, that will be kind of the basic expectations from every City fan. Yes.
Why, why I've also put this question over here, why I also thought about it, because look at Pepka press conference. I think so every press conference where he has to answer about questions related to Erling Haaland. And more importantly because of his scoring and his shot. So that also puts a bit manager off कि यार हर बात पूछना like basically all the questions when you ask for Erling Haaland it's anonymous to do you see his goal scoring has been dried off? Do you see basically they are indirectly हर press conference में पूछते हैं कि भाई वन सीजन बंदर कोई लेके आए right? So at some point, even it's been taxing on the manager as well. But yeah, I think I kind of also agree to Aman's point. That there were such certain chances in the end, which was like a regular finish for him. And
Yep.
like you,
Yep.
and as
Yep.
far as you pull your head out, you pull your hair out, you don't expect him to miss this one. And uh, so I think so. This game in particular on Sunday would be a great way to kind of get his form back. And I mean, get his form back. He is on a regular goal scoring form, but the way we saw him last year, I think so this is the perfect setup for him to pick it up. But speaking of the signings that we had this season, Kovacic and Nunes in particular, Nunes has been heavily criticized for the young boys game, while Kovacic has his special criticism Arsenal. And even though Nunes hasn't played much, but Kovacic did. And so, uh, how do you see that these two signings have panned out initially as till now? And and the second to ask you कि Doku versus Grealish. तो एक नया narrative, एक नई debate roll out हुई है कि the left wing batter मतलब हमारे टीम के अंदर ही बात चल रही है left wing batter Doku versus Grealish. Again, similar question है पहला कि बहुत क्या डिबेट अननेसेसरी है बिकॉज देखने की अगर दो अलग टाइप के प्लेयर्स है who can offer different things in the game. They can offer like the certain neutral they can offer completely different dynamic with the game. So are we again being unfair to both of them? And if not, then what do you see this whether you could see at some point that Doku and Grealish can maybe play in a similar setup, or it's just that Grealish has now been, according to you guys, been more of like given to the bench and you see Doku going in and out because they got entertainment to the way he becomes a 1v1 team and goes into his man and takes them on. So what do you see like firstly about the Nunes and Kovacic signing and then the Doku versus Grealish?
See, after what I've seen from Kovacic and Nunes till now, I'm bit impressed. I don't have. They had bad performances. Kovacic had a horrible performance against Arsenal. He should have been off. I don't know how
It
he
should have been
played
off.
those minutes, but still, I mean, it's too early to even judge all this because look at our players, even Rodri, Mahrez, Bernardo. These all we gave them. Even Grealish, we're talking about Grealish. We all of us gave them first year in Man City. Obviously, this is a transition period where we have lost our key players like Gundogan and Mahrez. So there is an inborn responsibility on them to replace obviously a great player. But as a City fan, we are patient with our player. I think this, as far as what I've seen, I think pretty decent, not bad, not good, not that good, but okay, good enough for us to go through the season. And obviously, this player will get better by game by game. So I am being patient with them. On Grealish and Doku, that's a very interesting debate. Obviously, Doku has given us a big headache. Like, what an amazing player he is. Every time he's on the pitch, we enjoy watching him. The electricity that he has, I think he's excited all the time. He just wants the ball and he just wants to do something with the ball. He's that crazy guy. So yeah, it's a good debate, and I think both of the player have their own strength. They are fit for certain type of play. Where do you need more control? You will see Grealish play more, and where you need more pace, more counter-attacking option, you will see Doku more. And obviously, we'll also discuss our starting lineup in coming. Obviously, we will discuss that. So who we think is going to play in that role. But yeah, it's a good headache to have. And when you said, is it possible for us to see both of them on the pitch? I do believe that if we can try Doku on the right, Grealish on the left, and you can also see, Pep may deploy Grealish in the midfield. You never know. Pep can try that. There are possibilities that we can see both of them on the pitch. But I mean, it's good headache to have in the team. Two good players on the left wing and good options to have for us.
Aman,
Yeah, firstly on the Kovacic and Nunes transfers.
because I think so when we're talking about Nunes, the first person who I know who has literally been on Nunes bandwagon was Aman. Because I remember in the group when I posted Nunes is on and Aman was like, fuck yeah, Nunes is coming. So I remember that very clearly.
Yeah, I actually love watching Nunes play, man. Since his Fools days, I've loved watching him play. I mean, he brings something different to the midfield. His his directness, his progressive passing. He also has that bit of skills, flair, and from the appearances that he is made for City, for basically the cameos, I felt
Yeah.
that he's been kind of, he's been pretty good for us, especially when he came on against Arsenal. I felt that he was the best player on the pitch for us
Yep.
because of his passing, because of the runs that he was making. And I'm expecting Nunes to, be very crucial part of the team in some time. Kovacic again. Kovacic, I don't see any problems with him settling in. Obviously, that was a rough game against Arsenal, but yeah, he's again a proven winner. He's won literally everything there is to Kovacic. Yeah, he's a very good backup, or maybe a starting option to have for us. Also, and on the Grealish and Doku competition, yeah, it's a pretty healthy competition for us. I mean, both players have totally different profiles. One brings you the directness, the other one brings you more control over the game.
Yes.
Um, yeah, it's a kind of a healthy competition to have. Obviously, their selection will depend upon who performs, or rather, based on the play styles of different teams. For example, okay, I think we'll discuss about the starting lineups in the next
Yeah.
segment. I'll keep that for the next one.
I think so. With the last time when we faced the residents of the swamp, Trashland, we call it Trashland FC. I'm not going to name that club, no problem. You know that. So I think so. The thing that they've exposed badly in that game was our wing. The Pesaka kind of contained leadership that Maharaj didn't have. So now with Topi coming in and with leadership, I think so we can kind of have two different versions of how we played in the same 90 minutes. Which would kind of be another problem for them. Before I jump onto the game, two more things. Firstly, Tottenham being first, guys. Lads,
It's
is
it's
it
that
just gonna
elephant.
be the Tottenham? Yeah,
It's
that's
that
just always
elephant.
the.
He's that elephant pig.
Uh,
He's gone
do
there.
we have
We
the new
don't know.
elephant on the screen this time? That's what's it called, man? Is it just Tottenham, lads?
It's just Tottenham, but and they haven't. They are yet to cash in their annual victory over us yet, and they're still their top. They
वो
haven't
तो
cashed
मैं
in
by
the
default मान के चलता हूँ कि
exactly.
I think this season either 4 Peat or when at
Yeah,
Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Tottenham away. Yes, that is the only two. Either or. Do either. We are
The
happy.
CFG Derby. The CFG Derby. CFG manager.
Yeah. But yeah, man,
No, I
it's
mean Tottenham.
good.
Tottenham, right? मतलब उड़ रहा है यार Tottenham तो.
Good to see. Good to see. There is an additional. There is a new competition for us, and
North
as there
London में
was,
बंटवारा चल रहा है इस बार तो. North
or
London में
and
बंटवारा चल रहा है.
at the start when we started our podcast, we had a one discussion where other teams were saying ki who will stop Man City, and their main agenda was like ki we alone can't stop Man City, we need 3-4 teams to stop them. So already Arsenal was in the mix, Liverpool is performing, Liverpool are getting 3 points, they are doing well, and having Tottenham in the mix, we know Tottenham kya karegi. Well, there is a stereotype, we know that what's going to happen with Tottenham, but
Like
the way they're playing, the way
Basically
they're
my thing is are we sticking to the same narrative regarding Tottenham or do we see that maybe this might change for the
No
then
way.
one.
I'll be surprised to see Tottenham finish in top four, honestly, because they're one Madison injury away from
Yep.
being totally
yeah.
dismantled.
Madison
Yes.
and
Uh,
Bissouma, I think so both of them. They've not scored.
yeah, and that Udogi guy, he is pretty
Yeah.
decent as well.
Yeah, and then Van de Ven also work, yeah. So I think so. They buy if I talk about PL in terms of volume, they are right up there whose signings work. Van de Ven, Madison, even Udogi. I think so, yeah.
Yep.
So but वही है that आज I think so overperformed. इतना तो किसी को बीट भी नहीं किया होगा यार. That's
Also,
possible.
one game a week helps. One game a week helps. So I
One
don't
game will
love.
be helpful.
We'll see like how long
Yeah,
they
but
can take so far.
Also,
ask
Harry
Chelsea that
Kane
they
going
will.
helps.
True. True.
Yeah, what are you saying, Aman? What are you
Chelsea.
saying?
Harry Kane leaving helps. पनौती
Harry Kane
चली गई
leaving
ना.
him, yeah. But and also I was very surprised that Harry Kane जब निकला and I think so they were playing Leipzig and there was this one-off game which was clearly Bayern's favorite. I think so they played
Yeah,
some
yeah,
cup.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the Super
Yeah,
Cup there, and they lost
Why
3-0.
that
they lost.
Trash them. True.
It's
there
always
was this
fun seeing
video.
Kane lose, man. It's always fun. It will
Yeah,
be fun forever
now
till he
he's start
plays.
batting back in the Bundesliga. And they won what 5-0, 6-0 today.
Bro, even
8-0.
Werner stat padded in
8-0. They
Bundesliga.
won 8-0.
8-0. 8-0. And basically Kane is that that Pakistani meme whenever
And I
he sees
guess he
Tottenham like this.
and he scored hat trick as well. I guess Kane scored hat trick as well. He scored from a
Yeah,
half line.
yeah, half line.
इसने
It's
इसको बताया कि
easy.
ये रिकॉर्ड्स में काउंट नहीं होंगे तेरे यहाँ पर टीम में तो केरल वाले रिकॉर्ड में नहीं काउंट होंगे
यार रिकॉर्ड में नहीं जाएगा वो.
Lastly, before we jump onto the game, the last two games post international break were literally I think the Brighton wala game first half we saw the quintessential City that we love to see in every game and so that was we saw the game. Second
Yep.
half, and I think the Pep also said that it's nearly impossible to contain Brighton for 90 minutes, and it's clearly seen that second half में वो थोड़े खुल दिए थे party we had that shot. But the young boys game again we were the city that we are known for, especially Foden दोनों games में. Sorry, not the second game, the first game. क्या मतलब एकदम spaces पूरा निकाल रहा है, literally
Yep.
bouncing around the midfield. Even the second game, there were a lot of rotations, but then it worked well. Nunes didn't have a good game. I think so. He realized that when he subbed off, and that kind of made him. I think so they had a chat and especially like that we, I was not having a good game. But then again, it's early days for him, so there's not about that. But then I think so. Arthur is having a good game, and like so these two games, do you see that we have ये जो हम expect करते हैं because चार game में that shine or little bit of I think हमारा identity थोड़ा चला गया था in these losses we were not creating chances because we are the Foxes FC, we are the chances FC. Okay. If no one else, we create our we create chances for us fight. And last season was a great estimate of that. So, guys, excited for a derby. Last two games, this is how say team is coming back.
Yep.
So 190, 161, 191, 191, I guess.
Yeah.
Derby.
It's more than that. It's around that number only. 190 or something.
That is the right number. There's something related to one. But so head to head, we had 29 games at Old Trafford. Uh, United won
A,
30,
a
City
training
won
round, you
10.
mean? But a
Ah,
training
yeah,
round, you mean?
the Swan, the Swan.
Yeah.
The one that should not be named. Okay. So 13 wins for the Trash Can FC, 10 wins for the treble winners, the better treble winners. So, yeah, because we're talking about the game, जहाँ पे ये डिस्कस नहीं होता कि कल कैसे परफॉर्म करेंगे ये डिस्कस होता है कि 99 वर्सेस 23 में ट्रेबल किसका होगा ये डिस्कस होता है
Yeah. I've seen previews. I've seen previews where they are making combined 11 of all time because they can't make current combined 11.
हाँ
So,
and even they're using those Ferdinand and
yeah.
uh,
This is old.
Nick. I was like,
There is
shame.
Jabstam, bro.
This
There is
club is
Jabstam and
shameless.
all.
That's
I'm like,
time. Wow, this club is shameless, right? Shameless FC. So I'm very confident to be fair. I get beat my chest out and I feel
yep.
like I'm very key on it. Very too kind of because the last time they literally had one dodgy penalty. It was clearly rigged in their favor. Like I can say, maybe loosely use that word. The game has been rigged. But 2021, the last time we defeated United at the Swamp was in 2021 with Eric
2-0.
Bile own goal and
Yep.
Bernardo Silva
Bernardo.
own goal.
Yep.
So, I mean, ऐसा भी नहीं है that वो record नहीं रहा है कि they've never defeated us. It's been long as Arsenal का था
Hmm.
against. So, like I know both of you have a very good confident team. I have no doubts about it. Even though Aman is not visible here, but I can still feel that confidence within him. That this is where he can even he's allowed to be a little cocky as well, and a little shameless and more shameless as he can for the game because this is the time where he can do it. We were because the pressure is on us to be like if I see the whole narrative going on, the pressure is more on us because everyone believes that City will steamroll them because the way they have been playing. Even that Copenhagen game, they were lucky that Onana missed the saved that penalty. Otherwise, they would have been out of the Champions League right over there.
True. True.
True, true.
So, I mean, their state is not good. They have
Yep.
defensive injuries lined up there. Do you guys think this is the right time to break their limbs and send them packing back to where they come from?
Uh, I mean, if you have to, humble them, there is no right time. You can humble them anytime you want. कभी भी जाओ, उनको हरा के आओ. That's
Yeah,
plain
but
and
this is
simple.
the home. This is the
This is their home.
leaky,
Yep.
piss poor toilet home.
Yep. And where we have 161, the legendary 6-1 result.
Yeah,
Yep. And it
this
happened.
one
I guess
song.
October में हुआ था वो. October में हुआ था. So yeah, just to we should give them a tribute also. But yeah, on the match, see, City is in a good form. We know that. अब अच्छे से खेल रहे हैं. Big match है. Will perform definitely. It depends on how they set up because Eric Ten Hag is sometimes he never thinks pragmatic. He doesn't have the pragmatism. He just wants to go on the team. And then if you go on the team, you get 5-0, you get 7-0, as that happened. We saw last season. So it depends how he sets up the team. But I'm fairly confident. I'm fairly confident that City knows what they have to do. We have a player with good rhythm. Injury apart from KDB, I don't think there's any injury also. So we have fit squad, good rhythm. अच्छे जीत रहे हैं. Only thing that could play in their favor is obviously the sad reason is the passing of the legendary player, Bobby Charlton. And this will be on. The game will be at Old Trafford. So yeah, that could be the only factor for them to
It will be emotional for United. Yeah.
yeah. So
Aman,
that is the only factor. But on the form wise, I don't see them beating us. Yeah.
Aman, do you see them sitting back in this game instead of
I mean, there's no firstly there's no excuse for us to lose tomorrow. We have to win because
Yep.
we are honestly, United have been the by far the worst team in the traditional top
Agreed.
six.
Agreed.
True.
So I mean, they don't even have their proper lineup. Half of their players are Most of their players are injured. Some of them are playing horribly, and
And
they're all
Hoyland
over the
hasn't scored yet in
exactly.
Premier
They're
League.
all over the place basically. So there's absolutely no excuse for us to you know go and lose there tomorrow. We have to
Yep.
win. Um, Also, as Tanmay mentioned about the passing away of Sir Bobby Charlton, that's one thing. Another thing that could play in their favor is obviously the refs, because we've seen how many dodgy
Okay,
decisions they.
I'll tell you guys, the referee of the game is Paul Tierney.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah. Expect
one thing is
two
for sure, a penalty for United, one red card for City. Now go
exactly.
on.
Expect 2 to 3 dodgy decisions against us tomorrow.
And may I
That's
interject,
that's
Michael
that's the
Oliver is
norm.
the war. Is the war.
That
Just
Oh,
that's the norm. Other than that, I don't see anything stopping us
we'll see
from
the Foggy time in Ten Hag.
I don't see anything stopping us from taking the 3 points and humiliating them tomorrow. There's
yep.
there's no excuse for losing tomorrow. Basically, we have to win.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, as Aman mentioned, there is no excuse for okay, and Arsenal, United kind of is also pushing the thing. कि Arsenal is को हराया जो क्या पता आप भी हराए. As like वो team of my team of वो team of my team, like you are feeling Harry Maguire against Haaland. Okay? Even though the whole thing that Maguire kind of saved them from UCL one way or the other. Now picking up steam and then like let's get on with this lads. It's Harry Maguire versus Haaland. We are behind Maguire FC. So
Don't sleep
now,
on Maguire, man. He's been their best player.
yeah, he's been the best player. I mean, to be fair, no sarcasm on
And
what
the
he
thing
has
about
done.
Maguire is he plays brilliantly in a fire at the back setup.
Yep.
If
And
you've seen England games,
England games. Yep. True.
he probably is one of the best players, best centre backs in five at the back formation. He's been scapegoated for a long time, but that is what I feel.
it was a long time coming, to be fair. It was a long time coming for him. Okay, he was the one player who as being on the other players, who feel that Harry Maguire has been scapegoated a lot as a member of
Bro, you've
the
seen their win rate with Maguire. I think with Maguire they've lost only one or two of their games.
Yes.
Rest
So,
surprising, but yeah,
I mean,
the
weird
real
things happen in
culprit
football, right?
was De Gea at the
Weird things
back.
happen in football. So, if I talk about United, and by the way, we really tried to bring United back to the Premier League. We were like, ये इस महासभा में मुझे like द्रौपदी बन के अपना इज्जत नहीं लुटवाना है. So they are like, we would like to sit this one out. We are not putting a chest out. ये heritage, ये history, ये बेच के हमें 3 पॉइंट नहीं मिल सकते करके. So we would like to sit this one out, lads, and we would like to do that. So United, I think so. Their form is hot and cold, but as Aman mentioned, that top six में they're playing really close. And I think so. Even Chelsea, जो हारा Brentford से, they still have been much better than what United now.
Yep.
Yeah,
They can't do.
definitely.
So this is the right time, and also to add to the fact that the full team is back, no injuries, apart from Kevin De Bruyne, who is also at the right time at the time. He come back much earlier than expected. So this is also like we have a proper set team to be United this time. there is no achievement happening. You just go there and do the job. But now the thing is that what do you expect with United going 2-2 against us? But that's my belief that अगर वो जैसे हम खेलते हैं वैसे ही अगर वो like if they match the way we play, we'll destroy them. But if
Yep.
they do, they'll sit back and then just absorb the pressure and then they just look for that one pass, one kind of take the ball and then take those chances and hit it as a counter attack. You see this happening, or you see that the Ayrton have been brave and is like, let's have it, let's go to City.
I mean, if he has learned his lessons, he shouldn't be, repeating those mistakes because he did. He's even got punished by Brighton and Brent. He likes of the Brighton and Brentford last season. He did the same thing and they punished them. So I mean, and when City are flying, and we have now Alvarez as well in the factor. When people don't,
Yeah,
Alvarez is also there.
that's a
If
difference.
Doku,
That's a
yeah, if Doku plays, he's also another outlet for us. So they have to be pragmatic. They have to think about it. They have to sit back because they have good counter attacking players. They have pace. If it's their day, they'll finish their goal. But I mean, if Erik Ten Hag has learned from his like the mistake that he made last season and even this season, I think he should be more tactically, adapt to this game. That no, we should kind of sit back or contain possession, contain the team, maybe let the first half go and then look for a goal in second half. But if they come on us, and then I'm pretty confident that we have enough player to damage them and score good amount of goal.
Yeah, as Tanmay said, I don't see Ten Hag going to toe to toe against us. He'll definitely sit back and hope for one long ball from Bruno to Rashford and go on go and score on counter. That's basically going to be their game plan. I don't see them challenging us for possession or you know any of that kind of stuff. So yeah.
yeah. So the recent thing that it came out from Mark Goldberg that Casemiro is out of
That's
the
big.
game.
Well, for them, that's big.
I will ask Aman. Aman, is that big? Because what I heard from you is different.
Nope, I don't think so because Casemiro has been one of the worst players this season. He has made
I
so
agree.
many mistakes. It's
I
actually
agree, but
advantage for United and a disadvantage for us that he's not starting. But
By the way,
no, no, I
let me tell
agree.
you about
Let's
Casemiro.
look at
One thing, just one thing, because this is what I recently read. So, in the whole takeover thing, uh, so Jim Ratcliffe was one of the next new minority. So apparently, he met with the United executives and he verbally trashed their transfer strategy, and he pointed out Casemiro as an example. Just putting it out there that yeah, minority owner does not rate you as a rate you as a united player, to be specific. So I see Aman's point that if
no, no. I
that's
agree.
happening,
I agree. I agree. The way Casemiro has played, he's been a great player for them this season. And when you look at McTominay scoring goals, that's a kind of a easy option for them who is going to play. In big game, you need
McTominay,
experienced player. In big game, you need experienced player, and Casemiro is one of the experienced player in the world. We know that. So in that way, I'm saying that's a big miss for them. But yeah, for us, it's nothing.
I think so. I think so that Lightfield का जो divorce हुआ है ना, उससे एक का तो फायदा हुआ। ये Lightfield divorce जो हुआ है, इससे एक का फायदा हुआ है McTominay। So like United is suffering from injuries. They don't have Luke Shaw. They don't be having Saka. They don't have Sandro Martinez. Now, Casemiro is also out. So the responsibility I think lies more on Amrabat. Amrabat so now have to shoulder the responsibility. Since Leguion is back, especially left back of problem solving Leguion. That's what I think. So like who do you see in the current United lineup in your head that person could be said barring Holland because of injury, a striker injury. Apart from that, who do you see that this person is out of the lot? This person might cause a bit of a trouble. And please don't sound on because I can hear anything else about Munana. Munana बोलेगा तो खुद use कर देगा. दोनों में से किसी को Munana का जवाब दिया. So
Honestly,
Munana is the rest. Who do you think would be bit of a threat?
honestly, I mean, this may sound cocky, but I'm genuinely not scared of any one of their player as of now. The way they're playing,
Not in your combined 11. Basically, no player in it. No United player in your
I mean,
combined
if I have if
of
I
the
have to
current
name
era.
if I have to name, I may say Bruno or Rashford because they are the one who have been their best player for last 2 3 years. So they can play their part. But honestly, the way they're playing, I'm actually not scared any one of them. Yaar. It's a
Rashford,
genuine answer from
this
my side.
ये सीजन वाला Rashford तो नहीं ये सीजन वाला
हाँ मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ दे आर प्लेयर फ्रॉम लाइक लास्ट 2 3 सीजन्स ये दो तीन ही है जो कंटिन्यू परफॉर्म करते आ रहे हैं गोल मारते आ रहे हैं असिस्ट करते आ रहे हैं so these are the typical names we go but the way they're playing I'm honestly like किसी को भी खिला दो I'm fine I believe in my team.
अमन
I would have said Bruno, but then he treats the ball like a bomb. So not him, definitely. Honestly, if um, if that if that guy, I forgot his name, the Uruguayan guy, who's he?
Yeah, uh, Palestri you meant?
अरे थ्री
Uh,
कुंडू the blind guy of से मैनचेस्टर में सिटी की जर्सी में दिखती
the
उसकी
the
बात कर
guy
रहा है
who wears Ronaldo underwear. Who's that?
I think it's
हाँ
Palestri.
Yeah,
Pellegrini
yeah,
Palestri. Palestri, yeah,
Pelistri, correct. So if
yeah.
he
Cavani would
starts,
not be proud of that.
if he starts, I think he could be somewhat a threat to us. But other than that, I don't see anyone troubling us.
Wait, hold on. Pelistri over that fidget spinner. Talking about
Yeah,
Pelistri over Anthony. भाई उसको उस पे केस उसका केस का हवा कम करवा के लाया एटलेटिक को उतने पैसे दिए यूनाइटेड सिर्फ नहीं है पेलिस्ट्री को स्टार्ट करवाएंगे उसके
You never
मुझे
know,
क्या
man.
था एडम
What
क्राफ्टन
the
वहां जाके रोज यूनाइटेड में एंटनी के बारे में अच्छा लिख क्यों रहा था इसने बड़ी लिखा था कि इसको स्टार्ट करवाएंगे पेलिस्ट्री को ओवर दैट प्रोजेक्ट स्पिनर
you don't know, man. What they'll do. I mean,
बट मजा आया
because
था गार्डियन वर्सेस दैट प्रोजेक्ट स्पिनर
also that Garnacho guy, even he could
yeah,
trouble us with his runs.
yeah, the academy kids of United who knows the importance of this game can travel us, but the
Yeah.
way they are playing, I'm pretty confident.
I don't. Yeah,
गार्नाचो
even Garnacho has been shit with his finishing
Yeah,
and all
true.
that. So I
I tell you why I tell you why जब से मनी मेस को नंबर 7 दिया है ना तब से
Oh, dude, he even plays
गार्नाचो ने
for them.
खेलना ही छोड़ दिया है ये बोला बाहर में जाए एकदम मुझे नंबर 7 नहीं मिला मैं खेलूंगा ही नहीं fuck off
Crazy.
मनी मेस से आता है वो वी वर हेवीली लिंक्ड विद मनी मेस बाय द वे
uh,
and then
Mount would have thrived under Pep, definitely.
but
That is my.
but you know यूनाइटेड के अंदर ट्रेडिशन ऑफ कि हम जिससे भी थोड़ा भी लिंक होता है यूनाइटेड उसके पीछे पड़ जाता है चाहे वो फ्रेड हो
Hmm?
चाहे वो द पियानो मैन हो चाहे वो उनका मैनचेस्टर की आन मैनचेस्टर की शान चिल्लाने वाला रोनाल्डो हो तो आई थिंक so like do you because now we got Nunes anyway dodge the bullet because as of now जितने भी इसने यूनाइटेड के लिए खेला कुछ खास अच्छा नहीं खेला that's what my
I
so
mean,
dodge the
I
bullet
mean,
मनी मिस को नहीं लेना
no. I mean, to be honest, in my humble opinion, I think he has been a bit overrated by English media. He's a good player, but people used to
right
rank him on the level of Foden and Bakayo Saka. I mean, he had a good season under the like Thomas Tuchel, I guess, that Frank Lampard Thomas Tuchel season. He was a good player, I agree, but he is not on that level yet, and he needs that one step in his career. So I mean, I don't. If we were linked with him, I would have preferred like so Paqueta or not Eze but Paqueta or even that Bayer Leverkusen guy, Brits, like so those player over him. I mean, I'm not fussed about missing on him. it's good that he's in United. Stay there, no issues.
Aman, anything?
Yeah, same thing. I wouldn't mind him at City, honestly, because I think he'll suit our setup. And under Pep, basically, he'll mostly thrive. But, huh, I it's not kind of a very huge miss or something like what we had with Bellingham.
True, true.
But because he's not starting for United as well. You are really brought as as a midfield orchestrator. मैं सबको दोनों नहीं कर सकता. So you do not like कि वही मतलब if not him then probably money is coming. And then you're not even starting ahead of him. And even in that play of the Bruno performance is bang average. I'm not seeing him because we hot and cold. I'm not saying he's been too trash, but I mean he's been like a hot and cold. चलता है कभी नहीं चलता. And this is unarguable, it's undebatable that way वो नहीं चलता. Like is this another one of those gonna be filed against filed in that list of the is it Johnny Van de Beek now? You know they brought him with such much fanfare and then he's now filed like, in that failed transfer. So do you see that he एक और उनके लिए चला गया and it's just like कि you know we move an अच्छा हुआ नहीं गया.
Honestly, Mount is a good player, and under a good manager, he'll definitely perform. I don't think Eric Ten Hag is, nowhere close to elite. He shouldn't be managing United. Firstly, a club of that stature. I don't know. I mean, finally, it's good for us that they are going down. Let it continue.
So they have been going down by तो आदत हो गई देखने की भाई 11 साल से नहीं they have been they have been not finished above us. I think so they have
Yeah.
tried to get put one time title challenge एक बार आए थे लास्ट सीजन में आए थे पर वो एक हफ्ते के लिए आए थे तो that's not a title challenge anyway but they tried I think once I don't remember seeing them tried once but like surely a bragging rights नहीं है उसका उन लोगों के पास the only thing that
That's
they
why.
can try to put it out कि वो 20 साल की हिस्ट्री जो उनकी है that dominance I think they kind of got drunk on that and they're still not out of that hangover and एक तो यार कतारी नहीं आ रहे वो क्लब ना नहीं करता very fun
True,
ठीक है
true, true.
उनको नहीं करता वो क्लब हैंडल करते और ये just it's not just me I think so a lot of clubs and their fan bases were really celebrating कि यार नहीं अच्छा हुआ हट गया and
Yes, of
काटा भी
course.
उनकी ओनर्स which is like कि
Peak.
ऐसे ओनर्स
That's
कभी
peak.
जाए ही नहीं like I was doing this whole thing ऐसे ओनर्स जाए ही नहीं
Peak, peak, bro. Peak. Crazy.
coming back to our club because बहुत हो गया उनका बात इतना उनका मैंने काफी फुटेज देख लिया है coming back to our club they are the favorites or there is no one apart from those drunk Neville brothers maybe the Ferdinands who kind of they have to say upfront the United can do something but they also very well know that they can't unless okay so as I said, there's no excuse for not winning this game. There's no excuse. I'm not saying trash them because I mean that it's like बहुत ज़्यादा मांग रहे. If we can trash them, that's top of the ages. But then because ये वो मैनेजर है जिसने पिछले साल में 4-0 खाया था पहले से, 6-3 खाया था हमसे, 7-0 खाया लिवरपूल से.
Yep.
और अभी भी ट्रेडिशनल चल ही रहा है. So like whom do you see in our team that would be key? Like key as in like okay, let's put it out. The role of Rodri, who's basically now turning into some kind of a number 10. If you see that young boys अलग ही उनकी यार मतलब इसने अपने अंदर के सारे सॉफ्टवेयर को अपडेट कर दिया कि मैं नंबर 10 भी खेल लेगा मैं जहां बोलूं वहां खेल लेगा Like those unicorn midfielders that we have, Rodri is now added into that list, and which is
Yep.
obviously now norm. So how important would be Rodri then coming back of Stones in the team, which also added another check to it. So like Rodri, Stones, what do you think? At least the goal is back. So how do you see that? This is enough to steamroll them, or what? How do you see Pep would set up this game? This is what I'm asking. Like, how do you see Pep set up this game?
Hmm.
Aman, you want
I
to go
mean,
ahead with this?
So ideally, I'd want to go with backline of Guardiol, Stones, Diaz, and Walker. Midfield with Rodri, Foden, and Nunes, and front three with Alvarez, Haaland, and I particularly want Grealish to start tomorrow. I'll tell you why. Because United, all they
Tell me
would
about
do
Nunes first. Tell me about Nunes first. I want to know about
yeah,
Nunes first.
you for
Tell me about
Nunes.
that first.
Nunes, be- uh, because I think that this game will be the right time for him to show how big of a player he actually is. This game will you know set a platform for him. If he does well tomorrow, he'll he'll get that confidence boost basically to uh, you know he can be a part of this Guardiola team. He can be among the elite players. I know that you all will want to start Bernardo over him, but still,
Yeah, that's मैं भूल नहीं
I
जाने वाला
want
था, but
I want Nunes to
it's
start
nice
and
you address that first.
yeah,
Yeah,
I want Nunes to start tomorrow and tell the world that what kind of player he actually is.
But the
Next,
thing, okay, yeah, I get your thing, but would this game be the right thing? Because if you look at the last game, the Black Boys game, it didn't go well for him. Would putting because जो lineup leak हुआ है उसमें Bernardo है, so we'll talk about that as well. जो
hmm.
lineup आज सुबह ही leak हुआ है. But then since you're saying Nunes or Bernardo in this game, I think this game would be too much of a risk because इसके बाद you have your Bournemouth, you have your other games where he can if he can play well over there and leave the top six aside for a bit. If he can play well over there, he can still grow up the team because for him it's the first season into this squad. So anyway, there wouldn't be much of expectations for him for this season because this has been done. We have been doing this with every player. Even if we did the same thing with Grealish as well when he came the first season, we're kind of letting him off the hook. And Nunes could also face the same thing that because it's not something like Kovacic, which already Chelsea setup said who's senior and more experience, you kind of give him the same treatment. But would this game like be kind of risky for him? Risky for
um,
Pep as well, for him, especially for the derby because your rival are literally down on their knees. You just have to hammer them in there, right?
yeah, that is one of the reasons why this game would be the perfect game for Nunes to go out and perform. United are already down. They are our biggest rivals. If he does a good job, he will, you know, get a lot of confidence. And the thing is, with Nunes, with the kind of defense that United have right now, he can easily skip past one or two of their players, uh, put in a decent ball for Haaland or Alvarez to finish. We've paid a lot of money for him, and yeah, I'm expecting him to. Um, if he starts tomorrow, I'm expecting him to do well. That's it. I mean,
I love the passion, bro. I love the passion. I genuinely
If
love the
if
passion.
this if this would not establish how much Aman loves Nunes, then I don't
Yes,
know what else.
yes.
I think so. Then okay, this is me going bit off, but I think so. Aman secretly शायद ये भी confuse रहा हो कि यार बनाना को रेड कार्ड मिल जाए मजा है Nunes
we've we've already seen how. I mean, the if you all remember that one assist against, I don't remember, but that cross to
To
Haaland,
Haaland,
I
yeah.
think. Yeah.
Yep.
So we've already seen the quality that he possesses, and tomorrow will
Yeah,
be the.
he has quality. I mean, I'm not saying. I think so. Even I do see. Even I do see Nunes as our someone who could be that second level midfielder for years. I do see that. But my thing is that I think so. I really respect what he said, but I think so that this team for me would be too much of a risk. But at least for now, at least for the initial 45 minutes, if you have kind of get those 3-0 or maybe like a 2-0 3-0 score line, you just have to see
Uh,
the game out. And at that point, I would really throw Nunes out. That just do your thing and kind of just tire them out. Because there's one incident that kind of was pointed out that's also not goes in Nunes' favor, that the Arsenal game when I think so Partey was going to put out that long ball for Tommy Asu. I think Bernardo kind of directed Nunes to go and press him, and he kind of he misread that signal and didn't commit ahead, and then he made that long ball and that calculated Martin goal. And kind of Bernardo was a bit pissed off on the pitch. I think that those mistakes we will learn from it, but I do see that he would turn out to be pivot, second pivot midfielder for kind of years to come. Uh, since he mentioned about Alvarez, let's talk about Alvarez. This season, if there's one player that we should have like Christmas carols or like जिसके बाद पूरा बैंड बाजा बजाना चाहिए वो Alvarez होना चाहिए. He has been a revelation this season. Like last season, we were complaining कि यार ये bench पे बैठा है. There would be some way to kind of integrate into the team. He's too good to be on the bench. This season, I think so. He like uh, this season खत्म होने पर I think so he would be transformed into a much more complete footballer. That
yep.
probably is at the age of 23 or 24 in the 25 he can come in now. So, like, how key do you think Alvarez is now? Like, her like we have a Rodri, that if you take him out, team won't function. I think so. Alvarez is going to the same line. If you put Alvarez out, because even the young boys are the game. The moment Alvarez came, in a minute he scored the goal. In a minute from his introduction. So this how like what is the level of importance or the urgency that this team recognizes in Alvarez?
I'm I'm genuinely worried about Kevin De Bruyne now. If he makes it to the team, the way the the way
Be worried
Alvarez
about
is
Foden now.
for. I mean, like, these are the names that they were nailed on for us to start. Like when we saw Gundogan leaving, we thought ki Foden will play more, Bernardo will play more in midfield. The way this guy has taken his team and his game up to the level now, like he can do anything. Like if we're losing, I can count on that guy now. He can score any type of goal. He can get a chance. He can pick out two, three players and create space for Haaland. He has been. I think he is the best player of the season up till now. He and Rodri, and I think Alvarez above Rodri, slightly. But I think he's been the best player for a season this now, and he is one of the main big reason that Erling Haaland may not get Ballon d'Or because he has literally overshadowed him. Like Haaland has 11 goals, but still our best player is Alvarez, who has been putting out 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 performances for this season. And he's good to have such a player for your team.
Mr. The Nunes boy, Aman.
I mean, if you stop the season right now and ask me to name the best player in the world
Give,
currently, on
give
based on
BFA to Alvarez now. Give BFA
based
to
on
Alvarez.
based on form, I'd say Alvarez. Obviously, there's Bellingham, but my bias with City, so obviously Alvarez because he's been unreal, man.
That's what
He's
we are
doing
here for.
he's doing literally everything. He's scoring goals. He's making goals. He's putting in those shifts, running all over the pitch,
Yeah.
pressing.
With
He's
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 going
pro-
deeper and collecting the ball.
correct. He's probably the reason why we are sitting on
So
top of the. I think we're
Yep.
top of the
second
table
now
in some
because
ways.
Spurs won
Yep.
yesterday. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
After
I
one
mean,
today, so yeah, मतलब in top three, we say in top three.
yeah. So that is his impact. That is how crucial he's been for us this season.
Yeah, I think so. Or, before we go to the one deeper discussion also, the team that faced in the previous game at Old Trafford, that the rigged game, the dodge penalty game, and this the team that we faced that has came out. I like to read out the team that came out. So it's Henderson in goal. You have your Gvardiol, Gvardiol, Diaz, Stones, and Walker. Then in between we have Bernardo Silva, Rodri, Alvarez, Foden, and then Grealish as Haaland. But there was
That's my
one
lineup.
I think independent reported that Pep
Yeah,
might start doing, but just outlets I think that outlet had been quite reliable, so they had become empty and like
that
these
That's
days
my
have
preferred
quite
lineup.
yep, that has
they're
to be
quite
the lineup,
reliable.
except for Bernardo. Of course, I don't want Nunes to start.
See,
I
I
know.
see. I respect the passion. I respect the passion from
Yeah.
Aman. The way he has
See,
conveyed. I think Pep.
that's what I said.
If
I am
if
with you, brother. I'm with you. But no, I'm with you. But
if if Pep watches this, he may think कि मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ. But there's no way in the world, Pep Guardiola will drop Bernardo Silva in the biggest game. I'm seen there has been hardly any big game जहाँ पे Bernardo खेला नहीं है. I can even say कि कल Haaland नहीं खेलेगा, Nunes खेलेगा. I can even take that point for a second. But I have seen Bernardo play every big match with him, so there is no way. So you'll have to find another player, bro, to replace
I,
to get Nunes in.
I believe that Goans and Bakers have a special relationship. I'm pretty convinced.
Yeah. So
They root the hoteliers and the Bakers to the T.
yeah,
Yeah.
this league lineup, obviously, I want Bernardo, you want Bernardo, Aman wants Nunes. That's a different
It's
debate.
surprising to
But
be
on
fair.
the but on the debate, there is a good debating point here. Who would you rather have, Grealish or Doku? I'm in the team of Grealish because we tried Doku against Arsenal. It didn't work because we want control. I would prefer to have Grealish to have more of control and bring Doku off the bench and terrorize them in the last 30 minutes. But would love to listen hear from you guys also. What is your preferred player on the left wing, Doku or Grealish?
I think so. Yeah, I go with Grealish as well because to be fair, initially I don't want to have those balls getting lost out, and then you're facing Dallo, right? I think you need someone who can
Yeah,
control the game, and then you get kind of tired out because if you unleash Doku in what 60, 65 minutes, I mean, that's it. Basically, he has to kind of take on. You have to take on Maguire and Dallo. So basically, at 65 minutes, if you tell me, if you tell someone like Maguire that you have to face Goku now along with Dallas, so I think so that would be उसका गला सूख जाएगा भाई ये सोचिए कि जो 21 टीम बनाना बाकी है so anyway would work it depends upon either he wants initially to just have that kind of base on the right left wing and just have a player who can just cut in and kind of supply to Haaland or even cut back and cut it with Alvarez. Or he wants someone to just hold on the ball to the ball, come to the byline, hold on the ball, and just do not lose possession, and keep the ball with speed instead of kind of giving a chance kind of put the ball put on counter. That's Aman, since this is the right time, I think, to by this lineup में from minute one toward the D or the G.
I definitely want Grealish for tomorrow because I'd want more control on the game rather than flair. Doku is an addict with respect to dribbling. So if he loses the ball in crucial areas, one through ball over the top to Rashford by
Yeah.
someone, and we are in big trouble on the counter. So yeah, I want City to establish control on the overall game tomorrow, and Yeah, for that, there's no other better player in the world than Grealish. And also, he scored last time against United, so
Yeah,
Yep.
of course, that's an easy choice for me. Bring on Doku in like the last 10-15 minutes to um, if we are
create
trailing
chaos
or
basically.
something. Yeah, but other than that, I don't want Grealish to play full 90 tomorrow, and he'll definitely be one of our most crucial players tomorrow, alongside
Exactly.
Alvarez and Rodri, of course.
Or
He,
Nunes.
if he starts, definitely.
Or if he starts in any game, then over there as well.
Yeah, correct.
And also just to add a little to the Grealish thing, in the young boys game, Grealish was the best. Was if
Yep,
not, I think he was one of the best players, if not the best, but he was like since I respect people who's been given the man of the match award, and I believe that UEFA got this right. So I think so apart from him, then it's Grealish who was literally who was creating chances and who was kind of being a bit into the pitch, trying to link up with Haaland and making that mess out of the other side. So I think that if he could do the same thing with United, that would be better because as you said कि अगर टोकू है तो if he lose the ball in key area that would Dalo who who is known to just bring balls and kind of maybe pass on to Fernandez who can do this thing and maybe we lose out. So I think the relation works out for there. Uh, talking about the battles, I think so Guardiola versus Anthony. I presume Anthony starts on the right. I presume unless he goes to with one miss or Eriksen in the midfield. But Guardiola, my God, what a sign! What an absolute beast! Like proper. We have a Rolls Royce defense now at the back. Your
correct.
Stones and the Diaz and Guardiola. And
And
I'm more
this
excited
backline,
for
yeah, this backline, we were waiting for this backline for a long time. Like the
yeah.
Walker, Stones, Diaz, Guardiola. It's amazing to see.
I think Aman like Guardiola. Like, are you excited as well for the Guardiola versus either a Bruno or a Mantini? And same, I'll talk about Rashford versus Walker. There's been two battles on the wings. What do you say on that? What's your take on that?
Firstly, Walker will pocket Rashford tomorrow. That's
Easy.
100% guaranteed.
Easy.
Guardiol, no one's getting past him. He's probably been our best defender this season,
Yeah,
arguably. Uh,
undoubtedly.
yeah,
Undoubtedly.
and also I don't think people realize the impact that he's having on our defense. Because I don't see people mentioning Guardiola at all. So yeah, he's been
They're giving flowers to him. They're
yeah
giving the flowers that are due to him.
yeah he's come in, he's fit in perfectly. He's doing his thing of carrying the balls forward, not letting anyone go get past him, boarding players left, right, center. And yeah, that's what we've signed him for. And I don't think he's letting anyone uh, get past him tomorrow. Actually, I don't see a problem at all for any of our defenders tomorrow, unless there's some threat of counter attack.
This is the backline that we really want City to play. Like if you look at the options that we have, and three of the options, like Akanji having that red card, I think for me it's like a blessing because I really want to see these four in one
Yeah,
game in the backline. Okay. And अगर Akanji के होते ही होता नहीं because Pep would have made some of the other way to put Akanji in this team. Okay. One of them have to kind of step out for Akanji to do this, but since he's not a part of this, so this is the backline that whenever, if you look at the options that we have in the field, the first four names that any City fan would like to see in the back would be Gvardiol, Diaz, to because this has been hailed as the wall of Manchester, the blue wall of Manchester, specific. And
When you
like
mention that, I kind of feel bad for Ake as well because he's been flawless for
True,
us. He's never
hundred
been.
percent, hundred
Yeah,
percent. But the thing is
true.
that with Gvardiol is one. The thing is Gvardiol offers much more. Like Ake as a defender is supreme. Like, that left flank, Ake would come with closed up.
Yeah,
But the thing with
defensively
the
is
thing with
solid.
Gvardiol,
Yeah,
the thing with
Ake.
Gvardiol will,
One more
yeah,
thing that he adds is his goal scoring. I mean, we've seen him
yeah,
score so many crucial goals for us. That's another thing he brings into this team
100%.
to
I
this
mean, if
team.
that's what I'm saying. Because if you see Gvardiol also trips into midfield a lot of times. And since we're talking about number six alternative, okay, I would like to propose a theory, a kind of thing. That I see that at some point Guardiola might get slotted into that DM position, that the way we have a promoted left back. This is what I feel that at some point we might see, not in this season, but probably in the next season, in the next coming season, that Guardiola might get slotted into your promoted left back, and probably he might be the answer to your only backup, the primary backup. And I think in that case, Ake might be your first choice left back. And if in any case, Guardiola could be in. But the thing with Guardiola is particularly because he progresses the ball really well. Yeah, he kind of carries the ball to your final third. And then the way he links up with Bernardo Silva to those two balls, I think that is also key to kind of bypass the whole field and then like Bernardo Silva doing his thing. Because that is the added dimension that I believe Guardiola offers, that I see Guardiola offers for the team. But as I said, Ake is like I think it's last season, Ake showed that why City bought him, why City invested those 50 odd millions in him. Because I believe that, and I don't believe, I mean, I kind of know that Ake has been criticized a lot for his choice
yep.
to move to City. And he has also been filed under the state transfers. But then last season, he kind of came on and it's like, this is my club signed him. I believe, but if I have to like from a personal point of view, I would like to see these four, but I'm like pretty much on a similar level with Guardiola. If not, if Guardiola would have been injured, I would have been didn't bother me because I would have done the job. But then that extra dimension that Guardiola offered, so that is why I'm more excited to have him, especially in this game. In this game, because again, as a label, this is a war for MCR. The flagging rights are on the line, and from the minute one, all three of us have been saying that there is no chance in hell that we should lose this game unless Paul Tierney and Michael Oliver has something for us.
Of course.
Yeah.
Unless United comes and plays with 13 men, 11 on the pitch and goes back. But yeah, I think that's about it. So if United cannot. This is an opportunity to kind of drink their limbs and kind of put them, grab them by the throat and just crush them. This is what I believe that should do and make us play a Super Sunday. They are not confident. I can see that they are not confident in this game. The fan
Yep.
base is not confident in this game. And that kind of, I mean, they are treating themselves underdogs, even though they kind of jerk off with their history and their heritage and whatnot. But that they are now, you know how times have changed, huh? That they are not treating themselves as underdogs against
Actually, when was the last time we won at Old Trafford? Because I don't think we've won.
2021.
21.
Okay, okay.
The previous game, the last game we lost, and before that we won two
We
zero.
won. Yeah. Correct, correct, correct.
So
I think
they
that
have,
was the last Ole game, if I'm not wrong.
yeah, that was the last Ole game.
Yeah.
Like
End of
for
end
the
of the
journey,
Ole era. Yeah.
yeah, after that
Yeah.
Ragnick came and then Eric Ten Hag or as Liverpool fans say, Eric 7 up,
Huh.
7 up. Yep.
7 up, Eric 7 up. So, boys, we're coming to the end of the pod. Let's go for the score predictions. Let's have Aman lead the line of
Uh,
score predictions.
I, I honestly don't do predictions, man. I don't. That's not my thing.
Good for fun, yeah. I mean, there's nothing on the line. You could say eight.
If
You
I
could say
have
8-1.
to,
You could say whatever you want, man.
if I have to predict, I'd go with 4-1 City.
Nice. I like it. I like it.
And
Nice.
and you don't do predicts, huh?
Sorry.
You got me. You said you don't do predicts, and you really went bang on with this.
I mean,
That's a good thing for the first time. If you're not, if I'm not able to make predictions.
Yeah.
I heard.
From my side. From my side, see, it's derby, so anything can happen. Obviously, we can be as cocky as we want, but derby में कुछ भी हो सकता है. If I'll make two predictions, obviously, if it's their day, they are obviously if
वो नहीं
we
एक
are.
एक एक
I'll
नहीं
give. I'll pick
तो
one out
क्या
of those two.
मतलब
I'll pick one out of those
उसके
two.
अच्छे
I'll
देवगन है
give you
दोनों
why.
बाइक में चलाए कब है ना
No. Because last season we were the better team, but
are you fucking
eventually
John
the
God
VAR.
right time
I'm
दो
just
बाइक पे
saying. I'm
सवार
just
हो
saying
गया
if
उधर है
I'm just saying if their best player, Paul Tierney, and I guess who's on the VAR,
Oliver,
Michael
Michael
Oliver.
Oliver.
Oliver
If their best player performs, they can win 2-1. But like I'm the confident. I feel like tomorrow City is gonna win 5-1, and my prediction goes to 5-1.
पॉज क्या बोला वापस भी स्कोर लाइन क्या बोला रिवाइंड
If their best player
if
performs
best
for
player
them,
perform then
they'll win 2-1. They'll win 2-1. If
okay
it's their day, if it's their day, that's I'm just putting it there. But I'm very confident on City the way we'll play. I'm going with 5-1, and just to make Aman happy, Matheus Nunes will score his first City goal tomorrow. Let's
Yes,
go.
that's what I
Let's
like to
go.
hear. Come on.
Let's go. 5-1
Come
City.
on.
okay then I'll do two as well I'll do two as well if that's the going
Fair,
for
fair,
I'll do
fair.
two.
Yes,
If
yes,
if
yes.
if if that motherfucker Tierney and his bitch Oliver decides to fuck this game up, so I'll go with 2-2. I'll go with the Desmond 2-2.
Fair, fair, yeah. No, not a bad shot. Not a
Okay?
bad shot. Not a bad
I'll
shot.
I'll 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 not even if the United win is out of the question. Sorry. United win is out of the
True,
Yeah,
question.
but it's Derby,
No,
bro.
no
I'm
way.
just putting it out there.
It's been 1.5 hours and I've been me and all of us have been beating a chest out that United cannot win.
Yeah.
We cannot give this the game away. Now you're saying that even
No,
if
no.
don't
I'm
they
just
perform,
putting you
we can win.
last season, bro. Last season when you
Sorry.
can see the offside goal, it was a clear-cut offside goal. We should have won the game in 80s when we
हाँ
were the
वो
better
ठीक है
team. But that
ठीक है
fuck
I
up
get it
happens. That's what I'm saying. If their best player
but
performs,
still I'll
they can rob
the
us any day.
worst I
That's
can
what
say
I'm
is
saying.
draw the worst I can say is draw like
Yeah.
the worst she could have said is no for me the worst I could say is a draw
Fair. What's your second prediction?
and if not and if the normality prevails in the game and there's no like an IPL type twist in the game and it
There's no
remains
Jaisha.
football, not cricket. Huh? If no one decides to do this in the game and kind of the normality restores in the game, so I'll go with 3-1 and Hoyland might break his 007. I'll go with that.
yeah.
And
That
Could be. Could, yeah.
007 exclusively belongs to Sancho, so he might break his.
यार
Yeah.
यार यार मुद्रिक का टूट गया क्या पता
सभी
हॉलैंड का
का
भी टूट
तो
गया मुद्रिक सभी का टूट रहा से रॉबर्ट सांचेज ही है जिसका बने जा रहा है ये
True.
एंड आंद्रे ओनाना की बात नहीं करेंगे बिकॉज भाई उस पे तो उसका खुद का टीममेट बनकर बुला चुका है एंड पीपल लुक एट द डिफरेंट फिलिपिनो एंड ऑल दैट बट देन सच कहाँ छुपता है सो I think so. That's about it. We are all three of us are really excited for the game.
Yep. Bring it in.
The
Bring it on.
against the leaky roof FC. As the wise men say, you better be dead than being a red. All three of us believe that. So yeah, that's all.
And
That's all
once
from all of us.
also one wise man said, "Not in my lifetime. Now it's every time."
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I know
it
that,
every.
is every time.
and we're gonna see that
And
again.
before going everything, if any one of those lords say that 1999 का ट्रेबल बेटर है, एक एक खून माफ है तुमको, अगर कल को तुमको सुनने में आए, मैं कह रहा हूँ एक झूठ बजाओ यार, if you think 99 का ट्रेबल बेटर है, they will be remembered as a team who would have chance to stop City from winning the treble, but they couldn't. They, their challenge lasted for 16 seconds, which is more than an average man laughs on bed. So that's a bit for you. That's from all of us at Boys in Blue. It's been an honor and a pleasure to have Aman. And by the way, the last time कोई अमन हमारे पैनल पे आया था, हमारे व्यूज अच्छे आए थे. So हो सकता है नहीं, I'll be honest भाई, last time कोई अमन हमारे पैनल पे आया था, हमारे व्यूज अच्छे आए थे. So हो सकता है स्ट्रीक बनी रहे.
Uh,
और उस अमन की टीम जीती थी, तो आई होप कि अमन की टीम जीतते
अमन की
रहे।
टीम जीती थी by the way.
तो अमन की टीम जीतते रहे, बस हम वो योग करते
तो
हैं।
हाँ, और अगर ऐसा होगा तो बुलाते रहेंगे अमन को फिर बिग गेम. अमन के साथ वैसे भी हमारी नेगोशिएशन चल रही है पीछे बैठे बैठे, तो bring him on board frequently. So I think so वो जल्दी कंक्लूड हो जाना चाहिए, है ना अमन?
yes, definitely.
So yeah, thank you so much brother for
Yeah.
coming on the show, man.
Thanks for
Thank
having me,
you.
guys. Yeah.
Thank you, Aman. Thank you, Aman.
Yeah.
It's been a real pleasure to hear you speak on the game, on such an important game. And although we have been missing out on action, but we are slowly coming back. And we would see, if not all, then any of us who kind of put it out the content, because lot of you guys who have been kind of asking that, get the pod. So we had no answer at that time, but now we are back and try to win more and more. We have lost so many games, but we try not to in the future. And thank you so much, all of us who have been keeping faith in us and have been watching our videos and kind of really appreciating us, putting out the suggestions on, like, on what we can do to make it better. And we would like to keep it going, keep the love flowing, keep those suggestions coming in so that we will try to work on it bit by bit and put out the content that you guys deserve. The city fans want them to willing to kind of look for a home, a Desi home, and I think so we are trying our best to kind of put it out, build that home for you guys. I think so, we will go step by step, and all we have to say that please keep the support going, keep the love going, keep sharing our videos, keep sharing our podcast, keep keep liking the way you have been doing that. We really appreciate that. So we are also coming on Instagram as well. We are finding active on Instagram. So we put our link in the description below, and we'll kind of take it from there and move forward. Also लाइक करते रहिए, शेयर करते रहिए, सब्सक्राइब जिन्होंने नहीं किया भाई सब्सक्राइब कर दो, देख लो सब्सक्राइब करो यार, ये कैसी बदतमीजी है यार.
Come on, guys.
सब्सक्राइब भी कर दो, क्या मतलब सिर्फ एक नोटिफिकेशन ही आएगा, ज्यादा तो मांग भी नहीं रहे. और एक बार अगर सब्सक्राइब कर ही रहे हो तो बेल आइकन पे भी दबा दो, बस एक नोटिफिकेशन आएगा जब वीडियो ड्रॉप करो, और कुछ नहीं. और मतलब तो and I think that also helps on the algorithm and kind of gives a boost to what we do. So please uh, keep the support going, and I think, and before going that, I think from all of us at Boys and Blues, we really saddened with the news of Pasha Bobby Charlton, who is an absolute legend in football, not just for United, but even for the Manchester and the City and even England as a footballer. Country, and it's absolutely a pleasure for the fans of the 60s and 70s who have seen him play, who have seen the legend, marvel, and color in his lifetime. So, from all of us, we are really excited. And tomorrow, uh, the tribute that City and United in a unison would be giving, I think that's a brilliant tribute, and we really appreciate it. So, From all of us, the boys who signing off. Please like the video, share it with your friends, share it with the football, with the other blues that you know, other than the blues, even with any football fan, bring them on the family. Let them join the family, and kind of just keep the love flowing, keep the support going on, and such like
Yep.
thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Adios.
Come on, City. Let's go.
Come on, City. Let's go. Let's go.